It's Friday, which means the Big 12 SEC Challenge is finally upon us. Alongside Annabelle Stefan, I'm Mitch Gerber. Annabelle, the Big 12 going to take a little break from their conference schedule as they're going to face off with some tough SEC opponents.
Yeah, Mitch, we've been seeing a lot of very good basketball in the Big 12. Some of the coaches talking about, that change of momentum playing outside of conference, but I know they're excited for the opportunity. And there will be some really good basketball games happening this weekend.
Well, one of those good games is going to be Kansas and Kentucky. SEC powerhouse and a Big 12 powerhouse. Talk about that one a little bit.
Well, the good news for Big 12 fans is that game will take place in Lawrence. I recently made my first trip to Allen Fieldhouse, was blown away by the KU fandom and how excited all the fans were and how loud it got. So that will definitely work in Bill Self's favor. Right now, he has 200 home wins, only 9 losses since being the head coach of the Jayhawks. And Mitch, we got to share with the Big 12 fans this video of KU fans lining up for their tickets. So it's going to be a loud crowd this weekend.
Now, if it were you, if you're a KU student, you got college game day there, you got KU Kentucky, would you wait outside for that?
I would. I definitely would. Basketball is obviously what everyone in Lawrence is excited about. They're coming off of that loss to Iowa State earlier this week, so you know that they really want some positive momentum. It worked for them versus Texas last weekend, and I think it might work for them again.
Well, you talked about Iowa State defeating Kansas earlier in the week on Big Monday. The Cyclones are going to head down to College Station to take on number 5 Texas A&M. That's going to be a tough matchup.
Yeah, the Aggies right now, as you mentioned, number 5, their highest ever ranking. So another good team. They might not be playing in the Big 12, but they're going to be playing a tough team this weekend.
Well, George Niang and Monte Morris, both keys for the Cyclones in that one. Speaking of 2 ginormous players, it's going to be a big matchup in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. LSU, Oklahoma, Buddy Hield, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, you look at the number 1 ranked team in the country, Oklahoma. They are playing some of the best basketball that they've played in a while, and Buddy Hield is a large part of that. He has had 7 30-point games this season. To put that in perspective, the most that any Big 12 player has ever had is 2. He's had 7. So the reigning Big 12 Player of the Year is playing really well, and he is going to be facing a freshman phenom in Ben Simmons, who was really highly touted recruit going into that process, went to LSU, and that's going to be a fun, very unique matchup to watch.
What do you think about Buddy Hield, Ben Simmons? You got Ben Simmons, who's a freshman, and Buddy Hield, like you said, 7 30-point games this season. Do you think his senior leadership's going to kind of play into effect in that one?
That was actually one of the things I asked head coach Lon Kruger about earlier this week, just having some of the seniors, and Hield's not the only senior on that team. You got other guys like Ryan Spangler who are really contributing. But Buddy Hield, what he can do on the court is just, magical. I don't know what you call that. But he does the same thing off the court. He's just an inspiration to his teammates, a leader. And I think that he is a huge part of the reason that OU is having such a great season.
For a complete schedule of this weekend's games, be sure to check out Big12Sports.com.
And one more thing, Mitch, to keep an eye on this weekend while you're watching college hoops is the select footwear of these college coaches who will be participating in suits and sneakers in order to raise awareness for cancer.
Yeah, that's really kind of a cool event. Each coach from the Big 12 was sent 10 gold laces as part of the Princess Lacey's Laces promotion.
And if you guys just head over to acsevents.org, you can learn more about suits and sneakers as well as Princess Lacey's Laces.
Well, Annabelle and I are both going to have our shoelaces tied on Saturday, as well as you should. For Annabelle Stefan, I'm Mitch Gerber.